Hey everybody, welcome back to my review of Belle Collective Reunion Part 2. So we start off with the cliffhanger to find out if Glendale is the baby's daddy. But first, can I just say Tisha's leg was shaking so hard, I felt it over here on this side of the TV. That's how hard her legs were shaking. So we find out that Glendale is not the father. And Tisha takes this deep old breath. So a lot of people are saying that she knew that the baby, he had this baby out here and that the baby was his or whatever. But she seemed very relieved that it wasn't his baby. So I don't know what was going on with that. But who seemed most relieved was Glendale, okay? He got so happy. He told her he knew the baby wasn't his. I don't know about that, Glendale. I don't know, Glendale. So Letitia is just shaking all over the place. She didn't realize she was shaking. Glendale basically was like, you don't got to come back home, but he hoped they could get past this and get their stuff together. And Carlos tells him that he needs to be the man that Letitia needs him to be. And then he gives them this spiel about women having dreams. It ain't even a spiel, it's facts. About the woman having a dream, but we have to put our dreams on hold because we want to make the man feel insecure. And goddamn it, let it go. Because I done made a lot of sacrifices. And had I been more selfish, I'd have been further along in life. Not that I'm in a bad place, but I'd have been further along in life. But anyway, that's neither here nor there because it ain't about me. It's about this damn show. So we have Cliff and JJ going back and forth on whether Cliff, aka Zaddy, slept with one of his exes. Cliff confirmed that he did sleep with one of the exes. Carlos wanted to know if it was before Latrice or after Latrice. And it was before Latrice. He said Latrice was probably barely born when that happened, you know. But he said he didn't sleep with the lady. He was wide awake. Lord Jesus, I can't. Carlos asks Clifford, aka Zaddy, how did he feel about Latrice's mother saying that she married her father? And Cliff says she did a good job and dropped the mic on that. So we move on to Tamra and Greedy, aka Damon. And Carlos goes right in and asks Damon if he and Taisha had a relationship. He said no. Have they ever dated? He said no. Have they ever kissed? And I'm sure he said no, but if I feel like they edited that part and put some music in, so I'm sure he said no on that part. Um, but what cracks me up is Miss Tamra. She loses her radio voice, and when she's talking about Taisha, girl, that tone come down 10 octaves and she goes in. Like, that girl is a liar. She wanted to be on this show. That's why she brought this up. Demon confirmed it because he was like, we've been friends. Like, she could have went back 4 or 5 years and she could have said something to Tamara. Why she wait till this show comes on? Come to find out, Tasha was sending emails to the producer trying to get on the show saying she had dirt on everybody. And another thing we found out is that Tasha is Glenn's ex or former sister-in-law. Like, what in the hell? What in the hell? So Tisha confirms that Glendale wasn't even down for Tasha being around. What? Confused. So I need to know why Glendale didn't want her around. Like, what did she do? So Greedy, aka Damon, said that this has been going on since August. He wasn't able to defend himself and he kept quiet. He said he don't really like to get at women like that or disrespect women like that, and I can respect him for that. And Carlos goes in to ask how their relationship is doing. Are they still together? Do they still live together? Tamara confirms that they still are together and that they live together. And you hear Damon say, unfortunately. And then it goes to commercial. Like, the fuck is he talking about, unfortunately? I don't care if he was playing. You need to keep that word out your mouth, sir. You talking about you don't want to disrespect women? That's a disrespect. The fuck? So, coming back from the break, Tamara confirms that she understands why he's saying unfortunately because she's OCD. She's back in her radio voice. She's OCD. And, she gets on him a lot. Carlos then asks them, are they still trying to have a baby or are they having unprotected sex? And she says, yes, they have unprotected sex. I feel like this whole conversation could have been left out. But Tamara said she thought that she would get pregnant, sooner, and it's not happening. So Carlos stole shades and said that's because you don't have a piercing. Like throwing shade at Glendale, slinging his thing everywhere. Okay, side note. Did you notice the face that he made when Tamara said yes, they still trying to have a baby? Like I don't know if that's him or he make faces. He study rubbing his forehead. I wish I was a better body language reader because I ain't an expert, but his body language was just not given. Okay, it wasn't given. He looked real uncomfortable. Okay, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was nervous that he was on TV. I'm not sure, but it was weird. So we have a quick montage of Akeisha trying to convince her husband Willie to move to Mississippi. Willie says he's getting used to it, with Akeisha having such a strong heritage and lineage there in Mississippi. He wants to be a part of that and be there to support whatever it is she's trying to do. But he's a New Yorker, he's not used to the slow pace. But I guess he's gonna do what he got to do for his wife Akeisha. That was short and sweet and to the point. Thank you. So then we turn to Latrice and her husband Clifford, Zaddy, aka Zaddy. They talk about Latrice wanting to have a baby. Latrice said it's not in the works. She said they have a lot going on. Life is changing. And they are not having a baby right now. So Carlos asked Cliff, how did he feel about it? Cliff said, he has to support his wife. She wants to do her business thing. He's going to be there for her. And basically, if it's meant for them to have a baby, they will have a baby. Latrice is basically traumatized as a child growing up by not having her father there. So we get more clarification on Carlos asking the question about how did he feel about Latrice's mother saying she married her father. Cliff said that she, married a father figure, and he thinks she did a good job of marrying a father figure. Oh Lord, I can't. I mean, no disrespect, but Cliff, you are up there in age. Now, a man he could shoot these clubs up till he 100 years old. But I can understand where Latrice is coming from. Like she gonna have this baby, and I don't even think she cares. Not that she don't care, but I don't even think it concerns her that you're gonna walk away. It might concern her that you might not be around to see the child grow up. And I mean, no disrespect by this, but you are much older than her. So I don't know. Outside of her, issues without having a father, Cliff, you up there in age. So Carlos dismisses the men, and then we see Tisha and Glendale in the back talking. He said he's concerned about his family right now. Tisha's speaking life into him. Look at his face. Anyway, Tisha was just like, it's time for you to step up and be the man that you know you could be. And she also said that, let's get back to being friends, let's start dating and all this other stuff. And Glenn said that he was excited to get to date her and get to know her all over again. So we'll see. We'll see how their relationship go. Tisha ain't going nowhere. Glendale ain't going nowhere either, but he better get that old cheating ways out of the way. So we move on to So Gucci and JJ and how their blended family. JJ's three daughters and So Gucci's daughter. And the issues that they had. So Gucci's daughter feel like, because JJ's daughters were light skinned, they were being treated better. And you know what? I ain't mad at her for that because unfortunately we live in a world where skin color is a thing. So said Gucci, aka Sophia, says that part of it is her fault that her daughter feels that way because she should have been speaking life into her daughter, let her know how beautiful she is, that her skin color doesn't determine anything. So I just want to know, what were you doing? Was you chasing behind JJ? Like, what were you doing that you didn't speak life into your daughter? So one of JJ's daughters, I can't even tell which one it is. I think it's one of the twins. Said that light skinned people do get treated better, but she said in their situation, she don't feel like there was, favoritism in the relationship. So Gucci's daughter was shaking her head. So what is it? What was it? What are you really feeling? So JJ says that because his daughter was in the spotlight, it may have made So Gucci's daughter feel away. But he says that it's not their fault. He can't help what he instilled in his daughters. I just hope they work it out for the best. Keep having those talks, get to an understanding, and everybody will be fine. So Carlos turns the conversation to Marie and the comment she made about people with light eyes can't be trusted. Like there are dark skinned people with light eyes, so I'm not understanding why y'all making this an issue. But anyway, he says that to Marie, is there an issue with colorism in Jackson? So they focus on Marie, and Marie basically said when she said that about Akeisha, it was just throwing shade. She don't have no issues with Akeisha, but of course Akeisha had to make it about herself to see if Marie had an issue with colorism. Like, girl, sit down somewhere. You would be the one causing the colorism issues. But anyway, we move on to Marie. Carlos wants to know about her mom and Jerez. She says she's not giving up on her mom, and Jerez is in South Carolina with a basketball scholarship, and he's also a good father. Then they show Tamra, who's who says she's hosting a lot over the different places, and that her immunity tea is doing well. Latrice says she just closed on a building for her new goddess Length, and that her and Zaddy are putting together 30 Airbnbs, and they have 2 down so far. Good for them. Then we have Akeisha, who says the Farris Street project is what she's working on. She formed a group so they can get a bid on working on 200 blocks, I think she said, of Farris Street. So I guess she's gonna be taking over this Farris Street project. Letitia, again, it's the big picture. It's the big picture. But I saw the takeover. You inspired her. Remember I told you inspired her. So Gucci is in school to get her broker's license. She's expanding her business. She wants to also purchase a building for her fitness so that she could do classes and be booked out for her fitness. Go so Gucci. Then we have Letitia, who have all these things going on under her enterprise. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get the list. So Letitia has a collection coming out, self-help books. She's a consultant for Hamilton and Davis with Marie and Essie. Um, she's also a property manager. She said help builds the gap between Hamilton and Davis, which I guess she assists with, the patients getting apartments. So that's a good thing. I've heard of that being done in, situations where people are less fortunate and they get assistance to get places to live. So that's cool. Go on, Tisha. Well, I guess the Farris Street project is out of your hands because it's funny how when you went to go do the Farris Street project, you couldn't touch the historical building. So let's see if Akeisha come up against the same adversities. Let's see. So Carlos thanks the ladies for this season of Belle Collective. He said this is one of the best seasons that he's watched. It was okay to me. I mean, it was okay. I'll watch it again though. Support my ladies. The ladies, rather, not my ladies. The ladies. The all black ensemble. I will be supporting, even if it's boring at times. But I'm gonna need Latrice to get a storyline. Cause she was using Maria a lot. What else? I'm gonna need Akeisha to stop acting like, she been there since the first season. But work on that Farris Street project. I support that. Um, Although you had the takeover spirit from Tisha. Um, Letitia, I just wish her the best in her growth and entrepreneurship, and hopefully her husband act right. Marie, stay strong, do you as usual. Um, and don't go back to Cedric, please. Don't bring him up in this show no more. Cedric ain't the one for you, girl. Tamra, I hope you get pregnant, have that baby you want with Greedy, aka Damon. Um, and Tasha, stay out y'all way. Who else is it? So Gucci, I hope your blended family get it together. And good luck to all the ladies. Peace, y'all. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks to all my new subscribers. And I've been MIA for a minute because my computer is just working my nerves. I have to get something with more memory because I got to keep clearing stuff out. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Thanks again, guys. Peace.